Hi guys, it's Liz here, and I am with Luna, and we are back with another daily dose of guidance. We will be using the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor, as usual. Okay, so we're going to just get right into it. We're going right into it. We're going to get to shuffling. Okay. We're tapping into that divine wisdom, the archangels, and the angels, and our positive spirit guides. See what message of guidance they have for us that will serve our highest good for today. There we go. Okay. I don't think we've gotten this one before, but it's the garden and the gate. Okay? The garden and the gate. Now, typically, before I really get tapped in, okay, typically this card for me represents the fear of the unknown. Okay? Staying where you are. Just out of fear. Okay? So this is a staying in your comfort zone. Okay, that's typically what this represents for me. Okay. So now we're tapping in and seeing if we can get a little more on this. Okay, so I'm feeling like, at least part of this message anyways, is that there's a fear going into 2021. Okay, so there's a fear of either it being a repeat of 2020, okay? Or just a fear of the unknown, of, is 2021, what can we expect from it, right? At this point, I've noticed this pattern with people that we're sort of like when we came into 2020, before the whole COVID thing really hit, right? When we're, right smack at the very, very beginning of 2020, there were so many of us that were like, this is going to be the best year ever, right? Roaring 20s, right? And then we just kind of got shat on the entire year. Just the whole time, right? And when we thought we couldn't get shat on anymore, we got shat on a little bit more. Okay, so now we're going into 2021 a little timid, right? A little bit of that, a little cautiously, a little more of the, let's see how she goes, right? And I'm, as a Capricorn rising, I am a big fan of wise caution, okay? Big fan. But this is telling me that it's more fear-based, okay, than wise, okay? So, let's tap in some more. Okay, so there's this fear sort of around disappointment as well. There's a fear with disappointment, okay? So, because we were so amped up at the beginning of 2020 to just, live our best life. This is going to be the best year ever, going to live our best lives. We have all of these plans. And then COVID just said, no. Hard no. And not only is it a hard no, I'm going to shit on you on top of it. Okay, so there's that timidness of we're afraid almost to be in that same mindset of this is going to be a good year. Okay? This is going to be the best year ever. We're going to do all of these things. Okay, there's this fear around being disappointed. Okay? Okay, and there's a lot of fear that I'm feeling in this. Okay, so there's also a fear of going out and interacting with people again, okay? So, and I mean, somewhat rightfully so, okay, because in Ontario, where I'm at right now, we're currently in a lockdown, okay? So, but I'm also feeling that for those who are not in a lockdown, okay, because this is about the fear of it, okay? So I'm feeling like there's a fear now of being around other people, like going outside and interacting and being social, okay? Again, I'm not necessarily saying, I'm not personally necessarily saying that that's not a, not a harmful thing, but it can be a harmful thing when we take it to an extreme, okay? There's that thing of, big fan, wise caution, okay? But then there's also a point where it becomes more like debilitating anxiety, okay? And so I'm also picking up on that there's almost this fear, this like debilitating anxiety of going outside, okay? And interacting with other people, okay? Now, this is also just like on a personal level, okay, of a fear of opening up, okay? We want to, like, this is introspective type of work, okay? Where we're looking at, I'm afraid to, I'm afraid to open up, right? I'm afraid to put myself out there. I'm afraid to be vulnerable, okay? I'm afraid, I know this is one that I just got over thanks to I think it's TRP, I believe, and EMP, okay? It's a healing modality, okay? So, but there's a fear of being seen, okay? So there's a fear of being seen, there's a fear of being vulnerable, and and opening up, okay? We just want to be inside, okay? We just want to just be safe inside, right? And we just kind of, and there's this like, we have that safety, that wall, right? So there's that, we feel like we're safe behind that wall, okay? And we don't knock down that wall, we don't take pieces of it down, right? We just build, okay? Because we feel safe when we're just inside, right? Okay, so there's a lot of that says there's a lot of mistrust of the outside world. There's mistrust of individuals, okay? I'm just feeling in. So we just feel safe when we're closed off, okay? And this could be brought on from events of 2020, but this could also be going like way back, like childhood, way back, okay? Okay, so I'm just picking up again on just a lot of fear. There's just a lot of fear and just a mistrust of, and a mistrust of what's beyond us, the individual, okay? And a fear of, what's going on in the world. It can look really scary, okay? So I'm going to also look at the soul coaching cards, okay, by Denise Linn, to kind of help us with some guidance around healing that, okay? Okay. So we're looking for some guidance around healing this debilitating anxiety that we're feeling, okay? So how can we shift out of that naturally? Here we go. Okay. Interesting. So we got commitment. Okay? And I'll read the bottom here. My commitments increase my joy and freedom. My joy and freedom. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so I'm starting to feel like this has to do a bit with New Year's resolutions, okay? And because this is typically a time of goal setting, right? And right now we're a little bit afraid to set certain goals for ourselves and to be in that place of joy and freedom. We still have that anxiety, right? And so this commitment is speaking to the commitment to attaining those goals. Okay, and this is going to help open us up. Okay, so these goals, I'm feeling like we're more on the like personal development or personal growth field, if you will. Okay, so whatever that looks like for you, so if you have a goal of attaining a higher vibration and coming into your highest and best self, okay, this is what this is speaking to. And the thing is you cannot raise into that higher vibration. You cannot be in a higher vibration when you're in fear, because that's like the lowest vibration is fear, the unhealthy aspects of fear. Because as I've mentioned before, there are healthy aspects of fear, but when we're talking about debilitating anxiety that's keeping us stuck, okay, that's unhealthy fear, and that's the lowest vibration. So we cannot be at our highest vibration if we're in fear, in an unhealthy aspect of fear. So this is asking us to commit to overcoming the obstacle of unhealthy fear, okay, and having that goal of, okay, so this is my vision, okay, this is how I see myself being in my highest vibration, being of service, okay, this is how I tap into being, my best self, okay, so have that vision, set that goal, and then make that commitment to that goal and how to set a strategy and steps to attaining that goal, okay, because we're not going to go from 0 to 100, okay, it's not going to be January 1st and boom, new year, new me, okay, and just like that, okay, that's going to set you up for failure immediately, okay, it's coming up with baby steps, okay, and how to, how to just push a little bit out of your comfort zone, okay, just steps at a time, because when we just go from 0 to 100, we're immediately overwhelmed, and we are setting ourselves up to fail immediately, okay, within a week and a half, if we make it that far, the goal is just gone, right? It's a train wreck because we've set ourselves up for failure. So let's set aside that unrealistic expectation of new year, new me, okay? And having that mindset of January 1st, I'm just going to be, see, we got a notification. That means listen up, we're onto something, okay? So we're not going to set up that expectation of January 1st, I'm going to be the new me, right? I'm going to be that person that I envision in that day, in that one day, okay? That's the commitment I'm making from here on out. You will set yourself up for failure if you have that belief system that come January 1st, you're just going to be this higher vibration version of yourself starting that day, okay? This is your opportunity. You're being asked to do it in steps, okay? Your journey for 2021, throughout 2021, is to raise your vibration and come into your best self and your highest self so you can be of service to yourself and others, okay? That's the journey for the whole year, not just, boom, January 1st, here I am, okay? It's very unlikely that you will have a full spiritual full spiritual awakening like that. Okay? And if you do, chances are you're going to end up having, what is it called? Oh, it's slipping my mind right now. But when we have that boom moment of spiritual awakening, that Kundalini awakening, okay? I think, it's called Kundalini syndrome. That's it. When that happens, sometimes it kind of blows out our system, right? And we get short-circuited, and it creates just a whole mess, okay? It's more harmful than helpful when we have that split, second Kundalini awakening. We end up with Kundalini syndrome, blows out our system, okay? We can go into psychosis, like it's gnarly, okay? So we don't want that, okay? We want to build towards that, okay? If that is your goal, okay? Because we're spiritually charged here, so we're talking about spiritual awakening. Okay? But whatever your goal is, the point is, whatever that is, okay? It could even be something external-ish. So a lot of them are superficial, if you will, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So it could be, being healthier, weight loss, it could be, more abundant, financial abundance, okay? Those are like the typical ones, okay? So it could be something like that as well. Whatever your goal is, set up steps to help you attain that goal throughout the year, okay? Rather than just being like, boom, January 1st, here we go, right? I'm this new person, all right? I'm suddenly this healthy person who never eats, junk food or what have you. Or, I work out every single day, right? For 2 hours a day. You're going to blow out your system, okay? And you're just setting yourself up for failure. So let's come up with a strategy, okay? I've mentioned this before. If this is something that you're not familiar with, right? If this is like brand new to you, or if you're just not sure how to set up a vision and a goal and baby steps, okay, to get outside that comfort zone and attain your goal, okay, that's literally my job, okay? I'm a spiritual life coach, along with being a Reiki master and advanced angel therapist. So if you need some help, if you need someone to help coach you and keep you going, okay, give me a shout, DM me, or email me at spirituallycharged@gmail.com, okay? Or you can look for someone who is specific in that niche. If you're like, I really want a health coach or a weight loss coach or a financial abundance type of coach, then seek out that niche, okay? But don't try to just go from 0 to 100, okay? It's just setting up for failure, and that's the last thing any of us want, okay? I don't want that for you. You don't want that for you, okay? So we're going to commit to this goal, to this vision, and to taking those baby steps to push outside that comfort zone just a little bit. We're going to open up and be vulnerable and take down that wall just little bits, okay? Just maybe a brick by brick or just stone by stone, tiny, 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 okay? So we're making progress. Okay, this is a message I keep getting actually from the Gem Goddess, who does card readings on YouTube. A message I've gotten from her twice now is slow and steady wins the race, okay? And, avoid burnout by taking breaks. So I'm going to also share that with you as well. To slow and steady wins the race, okay? Don't immediately burn yourself out by just going from 0 to 100, okay? Slow and steady wins the race. Okay, so that's our message for today. All right, beautiful soul. I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you tomorrow with another daily dose of guidance.